Here are the 9 contestants preparing for today's show. As a team, they could win up to £10,000, but only one of them will take home the prize money. The rest will leave with nothing, as round by round they vote off the player considered the weakest link.
Welcome to the weakest link. Any of the 9 people in the studio here today could win up to £10,000. They don't know each other, however. If they want the prize money, they'll have to work as a team. But 8 of them will leave with nothing, as round by round we lose the player voted the weakest link. Let's meet the team.
Hi, my name's Tim, I'm 32, I'm a civil servant here in London.
I'm Danielle, I'm 21, I'm from Birmingham, I'm a customer service executive.
I'm John, I'm 73, I'm an art materials retailer from Hornchurch in Essex.
I'm AJ, I'm 19, I'm a student from London.
I'm Gary, I'm 41, a courier driver from Staffordshire.
I'm Fiona, I'm 32, I'm a systems project manager from Edinburgh.
I'm Pat, I'm 54, I'm a writer from Harrogate.
I'm Sandra, I'm 53, I'm a housewife from the West Midlands.
I'm Mark, I'm from Ecclesfield near Sheffield, and I'm a 27-year-old steelworker.
Now, the rules. In each round, the aim is to answer enough questions correctly to reach your £1,000 target within the time limit. The fastest way is to create a chain of 9 correct answers. Get your question wrong and you break the chain and lose all the money in that chain. But if you say bank before the question is asked, the money is safe. However, you start a new chain from scratch. Remember, at the end of the round, only money that has been banked can be taken forward. You get 3 minutes in round 1. We'll start with the person whose name is first alphabetically. That's you, AJ. Let's play the weakest link. The first question is for £20. Start the clock. AJ, the Algarve is the most southerly province of which country?
Portugal.
Correct. Gary. In medicine, what name is given to the outbreak of spots often suffered by adolescents?
Measles.
Acne. Fiona, in ballet, how many people dance in a pas de deux?
2.
Correct. Pat, in DIY, what G is the filling material applied between ceramic tiles to give a neat finish?
Grout.
Correct. Sandra, which flower is the symbol of Remembrance Day?
Poppy.
Correct. Mark,
Bank.
what nationality is the operatic tenor Placido Domingo?
Italian.
Spanish. Tim, was the inventor Archimedes Greek or Roman?
Greek.
Correct. Danielle, Robin Cousins and John Curry were leading British names in which sport?
Rugby.
Ice skating. John, on which BBC radio station would you listen to Desert Island Discs?
Radio 4.
Correct. AJ, what nationality was the inventor of the phonograph Thomas Edison?
American.
Correct. Gary, in nature, are the worker bees in a bee colony male or female?
Female.
Correct. Fiona.
Bank.
The characters Manuel and Sybil appeared in which classic TV sitcom?
Fawlty Towers.
Correct. Pat, which A was the Greek god of light, healing, music and prophecy?
I don't know.
Apollo. Sandra, what is the name of Margaret and Dennis Thatcher's son?
Mark.
Correct. Mark. What style of architecture is the Chrysler Building in New York, Art Deco or Renaissance?
Renaissance.
Art Deco. Tim, what nationality is the footballer Ronaldo?
Brazilian.
Correct. Danielle, in the nursery rhyme, what did the cow jump over?
The moon.
Correct. John,
Bank.
what C is the hardened skin which surrounds edges of the fingernail and toenail?
Cuticle.
Correct. AJ, with which type of music was Bob Marley associated?
Reggae.
Correct. Gary, what does the Roman numeral X signify?
50.
10. Fiona.
Bank.
Is racing driver Nelson Piquet Brazilian, French or Portuguese?
Brazilian.
Correct. Pat, What is the highest mountain in Britain?
Ben Nevis.
Correct, Sandra. What does the French saying "c'est la vie" translate to in English?
Come what may.
No, that's life. Mark, what did Alessandro Volta invent in 1800 that is now used in almost every piece of portable electronics?
The transistor.
The battery. Tim, which sea starred in the films Moonstruck and Mask?
Don't know.
Cher. Danielle, what name is given to the official record of a dog's ancestry?
Pedigree.
Correct. The time is up, and of the £1,000 available, you won the rather sad figure of £250. One of you is about to leave with nothing. It's time to vote off the weakest link.
Fiona is the first strongest link of the game. She answered all her questions correctly and banked money for the team. Statistically, Mark is the weakest link as he got all his questions wrong. However, he did bank £100 for the team. Will the votes follow the facts?
Pens down, voting over. Please reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Mark.
Sandra.
Gary.
Danielle.
Mark.
Danielle.
Mark.
Mark.
John.
Gary, tell me, when you had spots as a teenager,
Yes.
was it always measles you...
I was very confused as a teenager.
Yeah? Well, you were very confused not only a few minutes ago, weren't you?
Don't shout. Break out in spots again.
Why Mark?
Basically because he just didn't get one question right at all.
Mark, with 4 votes, you're the weakest link. Goodbye.
We got the wrong questions and we got the first one wrong, and it just seemed to go downhill from then on. But I thought I'd be able to get it back, but I think I bottled it a bit. I'd like to see Tim voted off next, because he was first in line and he was the first to vote for me, so you know, I thought I'd repay the compliment if I was there.
Round 2, you've won £250 of the possible 1,000 you could have won in that round. So we've had very little evidence of any talent on the team. We are now taking 10 seconds off the clock. We start with the strongest link from the last round, that's Fiona. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Fiona, in which sport would you use a wood and an iron?
Golf.
Correct. Pat, what bee describes the flowers on fruit trees?
Blossom.
Correct. Sandra,
Bank.
what type of gun did Samuel Colt invent in 1831?
A revolver.
Correct. Tim, in football, which position does Peter Schmeichel play?
Goalkeeper.
Correct. Danielle,
Bank.
which came first, the Christmas card or the postage stamp?
The postage stamp.
Correct. John, who directed and starred in the film Dances with Wolves?
Pass.
Kevin Costner. AJ, where in Britain is the Castle of May where the Queen Mother's garden is situated?
The Isle of Wight.
Scotland. Gary, is there such a currency as the Liberian dollar?
Yes.
Correct. Fiona, in the Bible, which A is the final battle between good and evil?
Don't know.
Armageddon. Pat, which instrument was invented first, the violin or the piano?
The violin.
Correct. Sandra, which former Beatle was assassinated outside his New York home in December
John
1980?
Lennon.
Correct.
Bank.
Tim, in finance, what do the letters VAT stand for?
Value added tax.
Correct. Danielle, in which European city is the Colosseum?
Rome.
Correct. John, film stars Peter O'Toole and Omar Sharif starred in which 1962 epic?
Lawrence of Arabia.
Correct. AJ,
Bank.
which former Beirut hostage, in conjunction with his then partner Jill Morell, wrote a book about his experience?
John Cage.
John McCarthy. Gary, which guitar legend made the album Are You Experienced?
Jimi Hendrix.
Correct. Fiona.
Bank.
In medicine, what is the name of the operation to remove tonsils?
Tonsillectomy.
Correct. Pat. What is the tennis player Bjorn Borg's nationality?
Swedish.
Correct. Sandra. The Cape of Good Hope is situated on the coast of which country?
America.
South Africa. Tim. Does the chemical process of distillation separate or combine substances?
It separates them.
Correct. Danielle.
Bank.
In which profession is American star David Copperfield famous?
Wizardry. Magic, sorry.
Magic, I'll accept. John, which drug contained in tonic water is used in the treatment of malaria?
Quinine.
Correct.
Bank.
AJ. What is the name of the black and white female puppet in the children's TV show Sooty?
Sweet.
Sue. Gary, was the musical Kiss Me Kate written by Cole Porter or George Gershwin?
Gershwin.
Cole Porter. Fiona. What is the colour of the national football shirt of Italy when playing in their home strip?
Blue.
Correct. And time is up. And in that round, you fared slightly better. You won £340 and another possible 1,000. Who's not coping? One of you is about to leave the studio with nothing. It's time to vote off the weakest link.
Statistically, Danielle is the strongest link in this round. Having answered all his questions incorrectly, AJ is the weakest link. However, he did bank the most money for the team. But how will the votes go?
Pens down, voting over. It's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Sandra.
John.
Gary.
Danielle.
Sandra.
Danielle.
Danielle.
AJ.
AJ, you're a student, are you?
Yes.
Where?
University of Cambridge.
Really? Are they teaching you much there, AJ? You didn't get one question right in that round.
Well, it's a bad set of questions.
Yeah.
Couldn't do much. Got 3 right in the first round, got 3 wrong in the second round.
Why Danielle?
To be honest, I couldn't remember who'd got how many questions right, how many wrong, and I was just going on hesitation, and that's all I could remember.
Pity that, because she was the strongest link in the last round.
Oh.
It doesn't really matter how well or how badly you pay. It's votes that count. Danielle, with 3 votes, you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
I was the strongest link there, and I'd only got 1 question wrong in all the rounds. And I hesitated, but when you're on film, you know, considering that some of the people didn't even get questions right, I don't feel I should have been thrown off for just hesitating. I would like to see all of them come off next and me be the winner, because it's just not fair.
Round 3, and you've won a total of £590 so far. You could have won by now £2,000. You are down to 7 players, having eccentrically voted off the best player from the last round. We'll start with the second strongest link from the last round. That's Tim. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Tim, in which country would you expect to find a geisha?
Greece.
Japan. John, in clothing, what is a pashmina?
I've no idea.
It's a long shawl or scarf. AJ, what event does the Trooping of the Colours celebrate?
The birthday of the Queen.
Correct. Gary, in which continent was the ancient Khmer Empire established?
Mongolia.
Asia. Fiona, in the church, is archbishop or archdeacon the higher rank?
Archdeacon.
Archbishop. Pat, according to the title of the Hitchcock film, what letter do you dial for murder?
M.
Correct. Sandra, where is the largest bone in the human body?
In pelvis.
In the thigh. Tim, the Abel Tasman National Park is in which Commonwealth country?
New Zealand.
Correct. John, which journalist and TV presenter wrote the non-fictional book The English?
No idea.
Jeremy Paxman. AJ, Charles V, the Holy Roman Emperor, belonged to which family? The Habsburgs, the Tudors, or the Romanovs?
The Habsburgs.
Correct. Gary, How was America's Strategic Defense Initiative of the 1980s more commonly known?
Pass.
Star Wars. Fiona, who
Bank.
moved from Carry On Films to become the landlady, the Vic, in the TV soap EastEnders?
Barbara Windsor.
Correct. Pat, which plant is considered lucky if it has 4 leaves instead of the usual 3?
Clover.
Correct. Sandra, which country lies between Nicaragua and Panama?
Ecuador.
Costa Rica. Tim, in the Canary Islands, would you spend a peseta or a peso?
Peseta.
Correct. John, in which children's TV series did Zebedee say time for bed?
Magic Roundabout.
Correct. AJ,
Bank.
which Pacific country voted for independence in August 1999?
Australia.
East Timor. Gary, on what date in 1789 was the Bastille storm marking the beginning of the French Revolution?
July the 14th.
Correct. Fiona.
Bank.
What is the square root of 81?
9.
Correct. Pat. Stumpy, Rumpy and Stubby are recognised varieties of which breed of cat?
Manx.
Correct. Sandra. In which decade did Elvis Presley release his debut single Heartbreak Hotel?
50s.
Correct. Tim.
Bank.
In history, which animal forms the body of the Egyptian Sphinx?
Lion.
Correct. John. In America, the New England Patriots and the Dallas Cowboys are teams that play which sport?
Baseball.
American football. Right, time up. And you won £170 in that round. Who is now a serious liability? One of you is about to leave with nothing. It's time to vote off the weakest link.
John is this round's weakest link as he got the most questions wrong. The strongest link is Pat, with all correct answers, although Tim banked the most money for the team. But will the voting reflect the reality?
Okay, pens down, voting over. It's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Gary.
AJ.
Gary.
John.
John.
Gary.
John.
Right. We have a tie. John and Gary, 3 votes each. Tim, why Gary?
Well, I don't know. He's been making me laugh all afternoon, but he didn't get the questions right.
Right. Nor did you, of course.
I got 1.
Fiona, why John?
I think he's a clever bloke, but the nerves are getting to him.
Right. When the vote is tied, the strongest link has to cast the deciding vote. Now, Pat, as the strongest link, who would you rather get rid of, John or Gary?
I think it's got to be Gary.
Gary, Pat has decided. He'd like you to go. You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
I think now vote off Sandra next, because I think she's a bit like me in a way. She isn't really up to date as it was on the general knowledge. She knows that, you know, just enough sort of thing to get by. So I think she could be the next weak link, Sandra.
Round 4, you've won just £760 out of potential prize money of £3,000. We are taking another 10 seconds off the clock. You now have only 2.5 minutes. We'll start with the strongest link from the last round. That's Pat. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Pat. Before a concert, an orchestra tunes to which instrument? The tuba, the oboe, or the viola?
The oboe.
Correct. Sandra. Is the Italian wine Soave white or red?
White.
Correct. Tim. What is the name given to Christ's final meal with his disciples, subject of a painting by Leonardo da Vinci?
The Last Supper.
Correct. John. Who starred as a lone horseman dressed as a preacher in the film Pale Rider?
Can't think.
Clint Eastwood. AJ. In human biology, what name is given to an embryo when the main features of the adult form are recognisable?
Fetus.
Correct. Fiona. What was the profession of the brothers Jan and Hubert van Eyck?
Painters.
Correct. Pat.
Bank.
In chemistry, what A is a soluble compound that can neutralise an acid?
An alkali.
Correct. Sandra. In Western films, what S is the name given to a pub or bar?
Saloon.
Correct. Tim. If you were sailing from Dunleary to Holyhead, which sea would you be crossing?
The Irish Sea.
Correct. John.
Bank.
What type of food is durian?
Pasta.
It's a fruit. AJ. In the British Royal Navy, which of these ranks holds seniority? Commodore or Commander?
Commander.
Commodore. Fiona. In which American state would you find the city Waco?
Alberta.
Texas. Pat. Which author of the Just So stories was the first Englishman to receive the Nobel Prize for Literature?
Rudyard Kipling.
Correct. Sandra. In nature, what do seahorses use to cling on to seaweed?
Suckers.
Their tails. Tim. Which British political party was founded in 1981 by the so-called Gang of Four?
The Social Democratic Party.
Correct. John.
Bank.
In astrology, the star sign Cancer is represented by what animal?
Crab.
Correct. AJ. In the Olympics, which is the fastest of the swimming styles?
Freestyle.
Correct. Fiona. In humans, what is the common name of the projection in the neck formed by the thyroid cartilage, particularly prominent in adult males?
Adam's apple.
Correct. Pat.
Bank.
What type of vehicle is an Apache?
I don't know.
A helicopter. Sandra. In 1984, which English actress played Lucy Hornchurch in the film A Room with a View?
I don't know.
Helena Bonham Carter. Tim, the seaside resorts of Mablethorpe. I can't complete the question because the time is up. In that round, you won £240. Who is the worst player? It's time to vote off the weakest link.
In this round, Tim is the strongest link statistically. For the second round in a row, John is the weakest link with the least correct answers. However, he did bank money for the team. Will this save him when it comes to the voting?
Pens down, voting over. It's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
John.
Sandra.
John.
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 AJ. Why John?
I was always looking for chances to bank money. Unfortunately, I didn't get any. There was also a lot of hesitation.
Okay. Pat. Why John?
There was quite a lot of hesitation, and I think John's beginning to look a bit tired, so perhaps the rest will do him good.
Okay. John, with 5 votes, the team have decided you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
I think the final winner will be Tim, because he is quite good at a variety of subjects, and we just have to wait and see. It's in the melting pot, really.
Round 5, and your total is £1,000, and if you'd hit your targets, it would actually be by now £4,000. There are 5 of you left. Another 10 seconds coming off the time. We start with the strongest link from the last round. That's Tim. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Tim, which marine animal produces sepia ink?
Squid.
Yes, squid or cuttlefish. AJ. What German word often used in English literally means ghostly double?
Doppelganger.
Correct. Fiona. Which publication documents Britain's parliamentary proceedings?
Pass.
Hansard. Pat. What is the name of the football ground where Tottenham Hotspur play their home game?
White Hart Lane.
Correct. Sandra. Which US president announced the start of the Apollo space program in 1961?
Kennedy.
John F. Kennedy, correct. Tim, in medicine, antitussive drugs relieve or prevent what?
Itching.
Coughing. AJ, alpaca wool is from which South American animal?
The yak.
The llama. Fiona, which rock star is married to the model Iman?
David Bowie.
Correct. Pat.
But bank.
Who was the first woman to win a Nobel Prize in 1903 for her work on radioactivity?
Marie Curie.
Correct. Sandra. Who was Soviet leader at the time of the 1960s Cuban Missile Crisis?
Brezhnev.
Khrushchev. Tim. Frankenfurter is one of the lead characters in which cult horror musical?
The Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Correct. AJ, in history, which king was the brother of Richard the Lionheart?
King John.
Correct. Fiona, in London, what would you be visiting if you were in the Strangers Gallery?
The Houses of Parliament.
Correct. Pat.
Bank.
Who was the lead singer of the 1970s band T-Rex?
Mark Bolan.
Correct. Sandra, according to legend, where did the salamanders choose to make their homes?
Pass.
In Fire. Tim, which Roman fountain was featured in the film Three Coins in the Fountain?
Pass.
The Trevi Fountain. AJ, in history, who was described as Pretty Witty Nell by Samuel Pepys?
Nell Gwyn.
Correct. Fiona, in food, what is the name of the Greek dip made from yogurt, cucumber and mint?
Tzatziki.
Tzatziki. Correct. Pat.
Bank.
In which city... Time's up. I can't complete the question, but I can accept your order to bank.
Thank you very much.
And in that round, you won a pitiful £170. It might be a difficult decision, but who do you think is the worst player? It's time to vote off the weakest link.
Statistically, Pat is the strongest link in this round. Not only was he the only player to answer every question correctly, he also banked all the money for the team. The weakest link is Sandra, who only got one question right. But how will the voting go?
Pens down, voting over. It's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Sandra.
Sandra.
Tim.
Tim.
AJ.
Right, team, we have a tie between Tim and Sandra. 2 votes each. Pat.
Not again.
What's Tim's problem?
Slightly hesitant, a bit nervy. I think you probably intimidate him.
You're not frightened, are you, Pat?
You frighten me to death.
AJ, what's Sandra done to upset you?
Nothing to upset me. It's nothing personal. It's just times of banking and just generally over the few rounds. I think she's the weakest link left.
Right. Pat, you are the strongest link. Who would you like to get rid of, Tim or Sandra?
I'll have to stick with my vote and say goodnight, Tim.
Tim, you're the weakest link. Goodbye.
I'm disappointed to go out now. I thought I probably could have gone on probably at least one more round. I think I was probably stronger than AJ and Sandra. But Pat was very good, and I think Fiona was also quite good, so I'm not sure I would, probably wouldn't have won, so not too bad. In the next round, I think they ought to take Sandra, next one to go. I think she's the weakest of the people left.
Round 6, team, you've won £1,170, which, considering by now you could have won 5,000, is hardly spectacular. There are 4 of you left. We are cutting another 10 seconds from your time. We start with the strongest link from the last round. That's Pat. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Pat, the Kruger National Park is in which African country?
South Africa.
Correct. Sandra, in DIY, what does MDF stand for?
Medium density fibre.
Fibre board, but I'll accept your answer. AJ, Lady Emma Hamilton was which British admiral's mistress?
Nelson.
Correct. Fiona.
Bank.
What disease did Jon Snow discover was caused by polluted water in 1854?
Malaria.
Cholera. Pat, which religious season includes the 4 Sundays before Christmas?
Advent.
Correct. Sandra, which British king celebrated a silver jubilee in 1935?
George III.
George V. AJ. In which city was the film star Charlie Chaplin born?
New York.
London. Fiona. In World War II, what type of sea vessel was a U-boat?
A submarine.
Correct. Pat. What O is the board used by spiritualists to contact people on the other side?
A Ouija board.
Correct.
Bank.
Sandra. Which mineral is the hardest on Earth?
Iron.
Diamond. AJ, in what country would you be if you bought something with a quetzal?
No, sorry.
Guatemala. Fiona, Dusty Bin was a prize on which 80s TV show?
321.
Correct. Pat.
Bank.
Which gland situated in the throat below the larynx controls the rate of metabolism?
The thyroid.
Correct. Sandra. What is the first name of the film star Donald Sutherland's actor son?
Kiefer.
Correct.
Bank.
AJ. In science, what metal is mixed with zinc to produce brass?
Copper.
Correct. Fiona. What name is given to the smooth tyres fitted to racing cars in dry conditions?
Slick tyres.
Correct. Pat. What
Bank.
type of religious building has towers called minarets?
A mosque.
Correct. Sandra. Which city is linked to the M4 motorway by the M32?
Liverpool.
Bristol. AJ. Jemima Goldsmith married which cricketer turned
Imran
politician
Khan.
in 1995?
Imran Khan.
Correct. Fiona. Time is up, and you banked only £270. Who is now not up to the job? It's time to vote off the weakest link.
For the second round in a row, Pat is the strongest link with the most right answers, and Sandra is the weakest link with the most wrong answers. Can she survive another vote?
Pens down, voting over. It's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Sandra.
AJ.
AJ.
Fiona.
Pat. Why AJ?
Because he's far too intelligent and he's a big threat.
Oh, I see. You're not playing the team game anymore.
I'm playing for these two ladies.
How humiliating for you to have to go home to where?
Harrogate.
To Harrogate, and have everybody know that you weren't prepared to compete against your strongest competitor.
Oh, they'll all be saying, go on, get in there, have a go.
AJ, with 2 votes, the team have voted you the weakest link. Goodbye.
I think Pat may be the next person to be voted off, simply because he's been shown to want to be competitive as opposed to a team player, and for that reason the two ladies may gang up against him in the next voting.
Round 7, and team, you have £1,440 in the bank out of the 6,000 you could have won. There are 3 of you left. We start with the strongest link from the last round. That's Pat. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Pat, which was the first James Bond film to be made?
Dr. No.
Correct. Sandra, if A is Alpha and Z is Zulu, what is X?
Pass.
X-ray. Fiona, in which year did the Beatles split up?
1968.
1970. Pat, in Shakespeare, which king is famous for being a lame hunchback?
Richard III.
Correct. Sandra, what type of weapon is named after Colonel James Bowie?
A knife.
Correct. Fiona, in history, what did a knight throw onto the ground to issue a challenge?
His gauntlet.
Correct. Pat,
Bank.
in America, by what name is the animal bison also known?
The buffalo.
Correct. Sandra, in which children's programme did Zippy, Bungle and George star?
Rainbow.
Correct. Fiona,
Bank.
in what decade of the 20th century was the microchip invented?
The 70s.
Correct. Pat, in clothing, what is a Chesterfield?
In clothing, a coat.
Correct. Sandra, In the film of the same name, what is the African queen?
A boat.
Correct. Fiona.
Bank.
How many general elections did Mrs. Thatcher win?
3.
Correct. Pat. In sport, what age do the horses have to be to race in the English Derby?
1 year.
3 years old. Sandra. In which country was the musician and composer Yehudi Menuhin born?
Israel.
United States of America. Fiona. In which city is the new Globe Theatre?
Stratford.
London. Pat. In the TV show of the same name, who plays Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman?
Jane Seymour.
Correct. Sandra. Which author wrote the novel The World According to Garp?
Pass.
John Irving. Fiona. Which
Bank.
dog takes its name from a Mexican state?
Chihuahua.
Correct. Pat.
Bank.
Who was the American president at the end of the First World War?
Wilson.
Correct. Sandra. What is the name for a group of 13 witches?
Coven.
Correct. Fiona. Time is up, and you won £290 in that round. Now, in round 8, you get the chance to treble what you bank. That means in the next round, there's £3,000 to be won. The question is, who would you most like to get rid of at this stage? It's time to vote off the weakest link.
For the third consecutive round, Pat is the strongest link and Sandra is the weakest link statistically. She got the most questions wrong and banked the least amount of money for the team. Can she survive yet another vote?
Pens down, voting over. Please reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Pat.
Sandra.
Fiona.
We have a tie. Fiona, Pat, Sandra, 1 vote each. Fiona, why Pat?
He's a clever bloke. I'd rather go head-to-head against Sandra.
Right. Pat, why Sandra?
I've always had a soft spot for people with Scottish accents.
You don't think that's patronising, do you?
No more than Fiona thinking that my Yorkshire accent would be...
She hasn't said that.
No, but she's thinking it, I can tell.
Sandra, why Fiona?
Because I think she's a very clever girl.
Pat is the strongest link. Who would you rather get rid of? Fiona or Sandra?
Sorry, Fiona.
Fiona, Pat has decided to get rid of you. Goodbye.
I really think Sandra should be here rather than me because I felt she was the weakest one in the last. I was a bit disappointed that Pat changed his mind at the last moment, but life's like that. I think Pat will win. I think he's got the general knowledge to stay the distance over Sandra. Sandra's got a few weak links, and I think Pat will come through.
Round 8, team, you have won £1,730 so far. You could, of course, by now have won £7,000. Pat and Sandra, just 2 of you left. This time you have only 90 seconds. But whatever you win in this round will be trebled and added to your total. And that will make up your final prize money. We'll start with the strongest link from the last round. That's Pat. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Pat, in comedy, which goon wrote Adolf Hitler, my part in his downfall?
Spike Milligan.
Correct. Sandra, in Indian cuisine, puri and naan are both types of what?
Bread.
Correct. Pat,
Bank.
which female singer had a hit with the song Downtown in 1964?
Petula Clark.
Correct. Sandra, in which TV cartoon would you find the characters Freddy, Velma and Daphne?
Pass.
Scooby-Doo. Pat, with what profession is Alexander McQueen associated?
I don't know.
Fashion design. Sandra, what tea are the small mountain lakes found in the Lake District?
Sorry.
Tarns. Pat, Africa's most northerly point is in which country?
Morocco.
Tunisia. Sandra, which Chelsea Football Club supporter did Tony Blair appoint as Minister of Sport in May 1997?
Pass.
Tony Banks. Pat, The 1985 Live Aid concert took place in London and which American city?
Philadelphia.
Correct. Sandra. In which country is the site of the Battle of Waterloo?
Belgium.
Correct. Pat.
Bank.
Who plays Gary in the TV series Men Behaving Badly?
Neil Morrissey.
Martin Clunes. Sandra. The West End musical Buddy is based on the life of whom?
Buddy Holly.
Correct. Pat. Who wrote the novel Alice Through the Looking Glass?
Lewis Carroll.
Correct.
Bank.
Sandra. In sport, which West Indian batsman's score of 501 in 1994 was the highest ever in first-class cricket?
Sorry, no.
Brian Lara. Pat. Time up, and between you in that round, you won £150. We'll treble that and add it to the winnings from the previous round. That means prize money today of £2,180. But only one of you can take that money away. You will now play against each other, head to head. I'll ask alternate questions, best of 5. Whoever answers the most correctly wins. It is as simple as that. So Pat and Sandra for £2,180. Let's play the weakest link. Pat, as the strongest link in the last round, you have the choice of who goes first.
I'll go first.
Pat, in geography, which strait separates Alaska and Russia?
The Bering Strait.
That is the correct answer. Sandra, in which year of the 20th century did Britain have 3 kings?
1938.
1936. Pat, in April 1987, Ashburton Town Councillor Alan Hope became the first person from which political party to hold an elective post?
The Monster Raving Loony Party.
That is the correct answer. Sandra, what do the interlocking rings on the Olympic flag represent?
5 countries.
No, the answer is the 5 continents. Pat, in sheet music, what is the name of the sign which raises a note by a semitone?
A sharp.
That is the correct answer. Sandra, you need to answer this question correctly or Pat goes away with £2,180 and you leave with nothing. Jason Orange and Mark Owen were members of which 90s boy band?
Take that.
That is the correct answer. Pat, if you answer this question correctly, you have won and you go away with £2,180. In Coleridge's poem, where did Kubla Khan build a stately pleasure dome?
In Xanadu.
That is the correct answer. That means, Pat, you are today's strongest link and you go away with £2,180. Sandra, you leave with nothing. Join us again for the weakest link. Goodbye.
Towards the end, it became obvious who was the one who was the strongest link, as it were, and it paid to try to eliminate them.
Well, I'm not disappointed in losing. I was just amazed that I got as far as I did.
I didn't really think I was in with a chance until almost the end, when some of the strong opposition had been eliminated.